When I was a governor of Kerala, because my own experience in the judiciary, when I receive a file from the CM's elected by people, the state government or central government elected by people, political leaders may commit some mistake. In the Green Revolution, that is 1960s, 70s, bureaucrats played a significant role in the implementation of
கல்வனை கோரல் கடுங்கோல் அன்று வெல்வேல் கொற்றம் கான் என்கிறது சிலப்பதிகாரம். தவறிழைத்தோரை தண்டித்தல் கொடுங்கோல் அல்ல, அதுவே அரச நீதி என்பதே சிலப்பதிகாரம் கூறும் கூற்று. அதையே தன் வாழ்வாக்கி மனித குலத்தின் அநீதிகளை தட்டி கேட்டவர், ஊனமுற்றோர் இடஒதுக்கீடு, நோட்டா எனும் உரிமையை தேர்தலில் பெற்று தந்தது, சஃபாய் கர்மச்சாரிகளுக்கான தீர்வு என நீதி அரசராகவே திகழ்ந்த நமது கௌரவ விருந்தினர் மேதகு முன்னாள் உச்ச நீதிமன்ற தலைமை நீதி அரசர் பற்றி சிறுவரி.
Hope is a good thing, of course greatest of all. Judiciary has always been the light of hope to us all. I am honored and privileged to introduce such a hope of light, Honorable former Chief Justice of India, Sri P. Sathasivam, a distinguished leader whose career reflects exceptional service to our nation. He served as a 40th Chief Justice of India, holding the highest judicial office in the country from 2013 to 2014. He is only the second judge from Tamil Nadu to achieve this honor. He enrolled as an advocate in 1973 at the Madras High Court. His legal journey saw him rise through the ranks, first serving as an additional government pleader, later as a special government pleader in the same court. His exemplary skills and commitment to justice led to his appointment as a permanent judge of Madras High Court in 1996, followed by the Court of Punjab and Haryana High Court in 2007. In August 2007, he was elevated to Supreme Court of India, where he authored 338 judgments covering a wide range of significant legal issues. His tenure as the Chief Justice of India from 2013 to 2014 was marked by his deep understanding of law and his unwavering commitment to uphold justice. During this period, he also served as a chairman of General Council of Gujarat National Law University. After retiring from an illustrious judicial career, he continued to serve the nation as the 21st Governor of Kerala. Remarkably, he was the first former Chief Justice of India to be appointed as a state governor. Throughout his career, he has upheld the principles of justice, fairness, and the service to the society. His journey stands an inspiration for all of us to strive for excellence in our chosen path. Let us all join hands in giving a warm welcome to our honorable chief guest to give a few inspiring words.
Respected Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu, former Vice President of India, Madam Tamilisai Soundararajan, former Governor of Telangana, Dr. Ramaswamy, Dr. Rajkumar, Sri Machendranathan, Mr. Dogra, former DGP, other distinguished former secretaries, Mrs. Vaishnavi Devi, Managing Director, Mr. Deena Dayalan, Managing Partner, other academicians, staff of this academy, respected audience present here, friends in media, good morning to all. I am glad to participate in the 20th annual day celebrations, that is Civil Services Conclave of Shankar IAS Academy. Today at Chennai, which is one of the qualified institutions which provide coaching and monitoring to thousands of civil service aspirants from 2004. I was informed that this academy has evolved over the years to the extent in helping 1,900 plus candidates realize their dreams of becoming bureaucrat. I also noted that this academy is providing online classes and having good infrastructure and other facilities. Now, in my address, I am going to explain the activities of this institution and do's and do nots of bureaucrats. Now, I started from a farming community. I am going to tell everything. I am going to may take some more time. Studied in a government school, government college in Tamil medium, reached the highest position in the judicial. That may be useful for the students present here. And when you become a bureaucrat, either IAS or IPS or IFS, it may be useful. I had the opportunity to assess these officers' performance as a judge of the two high courts, Madras and Punjab and Haryana, and Supreme Court, and finally as a head of the judiciary. I also, worked as a governor of Kerala for full 5 years. There also I'm going to point out certain my own experience may be useful for all of you present here. Shankar IAS Academy is well-known coaching institute in India that specializes in preparing students for the Indian civil service examinations. Founded by Dr. Shankar in 2004, the academy has built a reputation for providing a quality education and personalized guidance to the aspirants for the UPSC exam, one of the most competitive exams in India. Shankar IAS Academy has expanded its coaching offerings to include TNP, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, and banking exams, allowing aspirants to prepare for multiple competitive exams under one roof. Other details, our institute academy itself has shown previously they have mentioned everything to you. I am not going to elaborate. Coming to the role of bureaucrats in India has been central to the functioning of Indian government since independence in 1947. Bureaucrats, primarily those in the Indian Administrative Service, or we call it IAS, and other central and state services have been pivotal in shaping policy, implementing government programs, and ensuring smooth running of administration across the country. Since independence, Indian bureaucrats have taken on variety of roles in shaping the country's political, economic, and social landscape. Their influence and responsibility have been felt in the following ways. I'm going to briefly state. 1. Implementation of policy and administration. Governance and public administration. Bureaucrats are responsible for the administration of public policies across India, implementing laws and government schemes. They play a crucial role in the functioning of government at both central and state levels. See, as mentioned by our Honorable Vice President, political parties or leaders may frame several issues, policies, or they want to implement several policies. It is for the bureaucrats, that is officers, to guide them properly. They have to say whether it comes within their knowledge or not. I will give only one example. That's why I said I may take little time. When I was a governor of Kerala for full term 5 years, because my own experience in the judiciary, when I receive a file from the CM's office residence at 10 o'clock, my secretary before lunch he will prepare a notes what it contains. I never lie down even after taking lunch. So 3 o'clock I go to my chamber office, then I will go through the subject. What is the subject? Whether it comes under state or central. These are all elected by people. The state government or central government elected by people, majority. So if the subject is within their norms, the governor or even a god has no role to stop it. So within half an hour after going through it, I will approve it, and I used to ask my secretary to return the file to CM's residence from the Raj Bhavan car. So one day, first day, both I worked under two chief ministers, Suman Chande, Congress, and President Pinarayi Vijayan. I received a phone call. Sir, I want to come and see you. No, I said, welcome, no problem, chief minister can meet governor, but shall I know the purpose? He said, only morning 10 o'clock we send the file. We received your approval and signature by 5 o'clock, it returned to our residence. So I want to come and thank you. No, I said, if that is so, you have to come every day to Raj Bhavan. Why I am saying, if comes within the power of the state government, they are elected by people. Others have no right to question their policy, whether beneficial to this, that, no. If legally they commit a mistake, if any state government passes an order under the central subject, then anyone can stop it. No, why I am saying, these are all very important for bureaucrats. Politicians may, political leaders may commit some mistake. It is the responsibility of the bureaucrats to correct it. Then planning and policy formulation. Indian bureaucrats were integral to the planning commission, later replaced as Niti Aayog, helping design India's 5-year plans for economic growth and development. Civil servants played key roles in the formation of policies across various sectors such as agriculture, education, health, infrastructure, industrial development. Another subject is law and order. Bureaucrats, particularly in positions like district collectors, superintendent of police, and other administrative heads, were directly responsible for maintaining law and order at the grassroots level. Another is economic development and industrialization. The role in economic planning post-independence, India adopted a socialist model development, and the Indian bureaucracy, especially in the economic planning, was instrumental in the development of public sector industries, agricultural policies, and infrastructure projects. Then Green Revolution. Bureaucrats were key players in the Green Revolution, that is 1960s-70s, which introduced modern agricultural practices in India, significantly increasing food production and ensuring self-sufficiency in food grains. Then industrialization. Then I am not elaborating that subject. Then social and welfare policies, social justice initiatives. Bureaucrats were central to the implementation of affirmative action policies such as policies for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and other backward classes. They ensured the effective execution of reservation policies in government jobs, education, political representation. Then education and health care. Bureaucrats played a significant role in the implementation of government policies for universal education, public health, poverty alleviation. Programs like midday meals, national literacy mission and public health initiatives were overseen by civil servants at the state and district level. Another important thing, handling national crises and disasters. Bureaucrats have been at the forefront of managing national crises such as natural disasters. All of you might have seen what happened or happening last 2 weeks in our state, how our chief minister, other ministers and all the officers are working day and night to help the victims. And another subject is economic reforms. The bureaucratic machinery played a key role in economic liberalization in early 90s, guiding the transition from socialist economy to a market-driven economy. Today, India moves forward. There is a need for more transparent, efficient, accountable bureaucracy that can meet the demands of rapidly changing world. Another important thing, the evolving role of bureaucrats in the 21st century. In the 21st century, the role of bureaucrats in India has evolved significantly, driven by technological advancement, globalization, changing political dynamics, and the increasing demand for efficient, transparent, and citizen-centric governance. Bureaucrats continue to play a pivotal role in shaping countries' governance and administrative functions, but their responsibilities now include navigating new challenges and opportunities brought by modern governance practices. Key aspects of bureaucrats' role in 21st century, just I will mention the topics only. Driving e-governance and digital transformation. All bureaucrats must be aware of the modern technology. Now, when I mention about me, how I struggled to dispose of the biggest case ever heard by Supreme Court, that is Bombay bomb blast case. I am going to, at that time, I was not in a position to handle computer or anything. So we means it's a minimum 2 judges bench. We could not even move fastly. So my request is bureaucrats must aware of this modern technology. Then Digital India initiative launched in 2015 is a key example of how bureaucrats are leveraging technology to enhance the delivery of public service. Then big data and AI. Bureaucrats today are expected to use data analysis, artificial intelligence, that is AI, and machine learning to improve decision-making process, optimize resource allocation, implement more effective public policies. For instance, data-driven policy making is used in sectors such as healthcare, agriculture, and urban planning. Smart cities, the bureaucrats are also central to the implementation of smart city projects which use technology to improve urban infrastructure, public services, and transportation systems, aiming to enhance the quality life for citizens, enhancing transparency and accountability. Right to Information Act. Now publics are entitled to ask details, questions. Under Right to Information Act, the bureaucrats must inform all those details and apprise the political personalities also. Then transparency in procurement, then managing complex policy implementation, policy innovation, public-private partnership, sustainability and green policies, citizen-centric governance, service delivery, that is, bureaucrats are at the core of transforming government service delivery to make it more citizen-centric. This involves creating efficient system that ensures that services like healthcare, education, welfare schemes and social security reach the people who need them the most, especially in remote and rural areas. Next is public outreach and communication. Another one is inclusive development, which I have already explained. The role of bureaucrats, I have mentioned the role relating to scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, OBC. Likewise, in implementing welfare schemes like Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and others are all critical in promoting inclusive growth. The bureaucrats must aware of all these projects. Actually, many of them, I am sorry to say, many of them are unaware of what is going on in the Manrega. Most of the these women workers, of course, they work, but after all, it is a public money. They have to be satisfied with their work, and all these things have to be properly monitored. Then natural disasters, this also I have already explained. Public health crisis and administrative reforms and organizational efficiency. This also I explained. Streamlining governance, talent management, governance reforms, then political administrative interference and independence. This I want to say one or two things. In 21st century, bureaucrats are increasingly expected to navigate the tension between the political influence and administrative naturality. The growing influence in politics, in administrative decision making has challenged the traditionally neutral role of bureaucrats, requiring them to balance their professional duties with the political realities. Then international diplomacy and global changes. This also I need not elaborate. Foreign trade and investment, bureaucrats in ministries like commerce, finance, external affairs play a significant role in negotiating international agreements, promoting foreign direct investment and boosting India's trade relations with other countries. Finally, in the 21st century, bureaucrats are not just administrators. They are leaders, innovators, and problem solvers. The modern bureaucrat is expected to have a broader skill set, including technological proficiency, data literacy, and collaborative management. These qualities are essential for ensuring that the Indian government remains responsive, efficient, and forward-looking in addressing the needs of its people. In the introduction, the madam has mentioned about me, so I am not going to elaborate, but for the future bureaucrats sitting here, they must aware that my studies started as a farmer's son, studied in government school Tamil medium, government law college, started in practicing high court and served as a law officer, then elevated as a permanent judge at the Madras High Court on 8/1/96, and after serving 10 years, transferred to Punjab and Haryana High Court, then elevated to Supreme Court on 21/8/2007, followed by the honor of rendering head of Indian Judicial Service in the position of 40th Chief Justice of India, and retired on 26/4/2014. Today, the present Chief Justice is 51st. Chandrachud retired recently as 50th Chief Justice. Present Chief Justice is 51. Later rendering public service as an executive head of a state, that is Governor of Kerala during 2014-19, and finally returned and settled as a farmer, that is FAR, Kisan. I refuse to stay neither at Delhi nor at Chennai, though I own a good house here. I want to continue my farming in my native village, which is in the western part of Tamil Nadu, in Erode district. Though I had an opportunity to dispose of thousands of cases in Supreme Court, just I am mentioning only few to cut short my speech. The Reliance Gas judgment, very important judgment, in which myself and my companion judge, after analyzing the role of public sector undertakings in our country, we suggested the national assets belong to the people and the same should be explored through public sector undertakings. But I don't know how the government, the previous and present governments are utilizing public sector. You are the best person to understand. I am not going further. Another is a Mumbai 1993 Mumbai blast case. This was the biggest case ever heard by the Supreme Court. Trial went for 14 years, and after the conviction, the High Court has no role, only Supreme Court has jurisdiction. Justice Kapadia was the then Chief Justice of India. One day his secretary during lunchtime came to my chamber, very rare occasion. Sir, Chief Justice of India wants to see you. Please come and meet him at 4:30 today, 4:30 p.m. today. I was little worried, and because he was a very tough Chief Justice, I don't know why he has called me. Then I went there. He said, brother, I am going to entrust this Bombay blast case to you. You are free to select your companion judge, because Supreme Court, all cases are being heard by minimum 2, 3, 5, 7 like that. Then I accepted. Chief, whatever you say, I am ready to work. Then after 1 week, I think March, some vacation there in North India, holy vacation. I asked my secretary to send those judgment copies so that I will read in my village. She was standing like a tree. I asked her, what is the problem? Sir, if you want to send it to your village, I have to send it in a lorry. 13,000 records, you can't carry it in a flight. Then I said, leave it. Then afterwards, we started hearing these appeals for 10 months without any break. Morning 10:30 to 4 o'clock, no case, no other case for 10 months. That's why I said it's the biggest case ever heard by the Supreme Court. Maybe now Ayodhya judgment also a very big case. Then he delivered a judgment that is also very important. Then another is I had the opportunity to decide Rajiv Gandhi assassination accused case. It's also very important. They deserve death sentence, no doubt. The Supreme Court also did it. But our Indian Constitution gives right to even a death convicts to certain reliefs. So all of them made a mercy petition to the President of India, that is Karuni Manu. Unfortunately, that was kept pending for more than 7 years. Then a PIL was filed by all 7 people that came up before me. The only reason by the then Union of Government said the incident took place at extreme south and it took several years to take all the records to Delhi Home Ministry, then to prepare notes to place it before President. No, I said Sri Perumbudur is not a far away, it's a part of Tamil Nadu, and from Chennai number of flights are there. Even if it is loaded in a lorry, it will reach within a week. So several years may not be a sufficient ground. Then we rely on many provisions in the Constitution, United Nations organizations schemes. Then I held in the absence of acceptable reason, they cannot be executed. We converted death into life. At that time they were in jail for nearly 26 or 27 years. Then based on their conduct in the prison, when they complete 31 years, then state government released all of them. Now they have gone to their native state also. No, why I am mentioning, when I retired, on the date of retirement, normally the President of India hosts a dinner for the retiring Chief Justice. But after 1 week, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, then Honorable President, invited me and my wife for a lunch, private lunch. We went there. After finishing lunch in his dining, he asked his daughter to take my wife to Mughal Garden, and he was holding my right hand. He took me to his office room. Sir, what for you are taking me there? I asked, please come. Then he asked me, see, this is my office table. I am keeping your judgment, that mercy, disposal of mercy petition judgment in my table. Whenever I receive mercy petition, that judgment will remind me, don't delay it. Within 2 weeks, I used to dispose of those petitions. He showed me. Now I said, sir, that is not my intention. If acceptable reasons are there, within a reasonable time you have to pass an order, you can retain, but not several years, because our Constitution gives right to even death convicts. I took it as prestige for that judgment. Then prohibition of manual scavenging, it's also on seeing many persons going inside the manhole of drainage, many persons die. So we prohibited, whenever no one is permitted to enter the manhole and use those things by hand. And in case of death, compensation of rupees 10 lakhs are to be awarded by the concerned state. And under the Disabilities Act, knowing the problems of various disabled persons, we made an observation to the parliament to increase the reservation from 3% to 4%. That was also done immediately. Then another thing, this MP and MLS, they are having constituency fund. That was challenged in the Supreme Court. That was heard and the judgment was prepared by me. I upheld. We issued various directions to our MPs and MLAs. Then Nota, somebody mentioned in the morning. Nota also, I spent 1 day in the court hall itself with the assistance of Chief Election Commissioner. We prepared that. Then BBPAT, that is whenever you select a political party or a person, a small slip will come. That was also our innovation, and we passed an order. I am not elaborating other judgments. And during my tenure as a governor of Kerala, only 1 minute, I instituted Chancellor's Award for Best University in the state. I maintained good relationship with the elected government. On 13/7/2019, Dr. Ambedkar Law University, it is here in Chennai, conferred a doctorate degree of Doctors of Law LLD, and the same was awarded by the Honorable President of India in the presence of then Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu. Again on 25/1/2021, Honorable President of India sent a letter appreciating my service as a best governor and a baton decorated with the emblem of Indian Republic as a memento through District Collector Erode, and the same is adoring in my residence even now. My dear young friends, as a person hailing from judiciary and occupied in the highest position in judiciary as Chief Justice of India, I request all of you to learn and understand some of the relevant and important provisions in our Constitution of India, which was enacted on 26th day of November 1949. Even last week on the same day, our Honorable Prime Minister visited Supreme Court. I also attended that, and that day was celebrated first time in the Supreme Court in the presence of our Honorable Prime Minister. Preamble which speaks about justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, unity and integrity of the nation. Every student in our country must know the preamble. If one is aware of the preamble, you won't say, I am from this state, I am from this community or religion. Then other important provisions are fundamental rights, fundamental duties, free press, freedom to speak and write, free movement throughout India, that is Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Ahmedabad to Shillong, right to criticize government if they go wrong, independent judiciary, no arrest without assigning adequate reason or reasons. Our Constitution protects both male and female, equal rights to women. Everyone must have free legal aid, legal literacy, legal awareness, lok adalat, etc. Now I am not going to elaborate. If I take these topics, it may take another 1 hour. With this, I conclude my address. My best wishes to Shankar IAS Academy for producing more eminent persons in the administration. I thank Madam Vaishnavi Devi, Managing Director, for giving me this opportunity to participate. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Superheroes do not always wear caps, but serve as justice with pen, and the justice need not be punitive but reformative. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us the purpose of our dreams the dream to be a hope of light to many.
நாங்கள் வகுப்பில் படித்த இந்திய அரசியல் அமைப்பை மொத்தமாக ஒரு அரை மணி நேரம் கேட்டது போல் இருந்தது. அனைத்து உரிமைகளையும் அனைவரது கடமைகளையும் ஒரு சிவில் சர்வெண்டாக ஒரு மாணவன் உள்ளே வரும் பொழுது என்ன மாதிரியான விழுமியங்களை கொண்டிருக்க வேண்டும் என்பதையும், சாதாரண மக்களின் உரிமைகளுக்காக ஒரு அதிகாரியோ ஒரு நீதிபதியோ அல்லது யாராக இருந்தாலும் எப்படி ஒரு சாமானியனுக்கான அறத்தை பெற்றுத்தர முடியும் என்பதன் வாழும் சான்றாகவே பேசி சென்றீர் ஐயா. மிக்க நன்றி. சொர்க்கமே என்றாலும் நம்மூரை போல வருமா என்பதையும் சொல்லி சென்றீர். மிக்க நன்றி.